it all sounds good at first, you know? It all sounds good to be like, women need rights, women this and women that. Yes, back in the 70s and 80s. Nowadays, what the fuck are y'all fighting for? What are you male feminists doing other than just being cuck-ass boys? You're not doing anything. You're just fucking male feminist. Yeah, I love females. Yeah. They aren't fucking feminists, man. They're thirsty as fuck. They're just trying to get some attention, and I feel it. It's a hard market out here. But you ain't doing it right, my guy. You ain't doing it right.
Subscribe to this channel. In case you are watching this channel and have not subscribed.
Many indigenous societies, the Cherokee, Haudenosaunee, many indigenous societies were both matriarchal and matrilineal, but it's not that men had no place. There were men leaders, but a matriarchal society isn't necessarily about women controlling everything.
Because we got tired of
Ain't that the definition of a matriarchal society?
being pushed around and not being able to speak up for ourselves, because men were being our voices instead of letting us be our voices, having the respect of the women, who is the background of some of the things that we have maybe influence of men doing.
All I'm
She's drunk.
say it's a man's world, but it wouldn't be nothing without a woman or a girl.
That's not to say that men should live just to serve women, although there is, I think, an argument to be made that that is the case, since women are the ones who produce children. And if children are the future, I think there's a good case to be made that the point of society should be ultimately to serve the interests of women.
That's what we did before the whole feminist movement. We served our women. We went out and worked. We went out to war. We went out and risked our fucking lives so that our family could have money to go out and do stuff, to serve our family. That's what we did. That's just, it's so fucking, there ain't nothing wrong about that. The only people that are upset about saying some shit like that are feminists, because they know that they fought the wrong way. They don't, I swear that whoever the fuck is in control of this feminist shit, they are just evil, man. To manipulate women into thinking that they're oppressed, so that they fight to lose rights. Or not rights, I guess. They don't lose rights, but they definitely lose value nowadays.
Women often complain how it's a man's world and how men have all the power in society. If we lived in a matriarchy and women had all the power, would they be willing to give it up?
Not at all.
Yeah.
So then why should men?
We shouldn't.
Because we cater to our women, we protect and we care about our women. That's what we do. We like, that's another thing that annoys the fuck out of me, is that this whole feminist shit would have not went anywhere without guys helping. Like, what are they gonna do? What, they gonna beat us up and take away the power? What are they gonna fucking do? Literally nothing. The only way that this shit worked was because men were like, okay, yeah, y'all go ahead and do whatever you want. You want to work? Go ahead and work. You want to fucking talk about how you're a boss bitch and you can be single and not need a man for the rest of your life and you don't want kids ever? Do you, boo? We just didn't fight back. Right? We didn't care because we didn't oppress our women. We didn't look down on our women. They wanted something, so we gave it to them, because that's what we do. We are providers. We give to our women. We give to our children. So of course we're gonna give feminism to them. Like, but if we really want to talk about shits and giggles, they couldn't do nothing. And if we wanted to, we could kick them the fuck out. We just don't want to, because for one, they need the rights. It is everywhere. I feel like most men are on it. They need the rights. They need to have the voice. They need to have a backup if they need to have money or something. They need this shit. But now they're getting out of hand, man. Now it's just like, fuck dudes, they ain't do shit. All they do is just oppress us. All they do is just use us. All they do is just make this world hell, and this world wouldn't be as bad as if the women were in charge. Bro, if women were in charge, we would not have any of this. None of it. We would still be in fucking tribes. Like, man, fuck it.
But we are.
We are, but we shouldn't.
Don't women have all the power when it comes to controlling sex, and are they willing to give that up?
I don't even think that's always true, because if you think about it, men are mostly dominant during sex. And then,
but but you have to accept it first. You don't have to. But that's illegal if you don't, and someone does it. That's illegal for them. But you have to accept. We can't just be like, yep, come fuck me, because no one's gonna do that unless we got every single thing unless we just got bitches drooling on us. And even those bitches that drool on us, we don't want, because they don't really have any fucking value. They're just status driven, money hungry, greedy ass hoes.
I mean, women have the power to basically
say if it does or doesn't happen.
Women have the power to basically decide, yeah, if it does or doesn't happen.
That is true. That is very true.
So once again, don't women have all the power when it comes to controlling sex, and are they willing to give that up?
You're kind of right, and I feel like I don't know if I could speak for everybody, but if I were to speak for like the majority of women, I would probably say no, honestly.
So then why do women expect men to give up all the power that they've earned?
That's a good question. That's a very good question. That's a very good question. That's a really good question. I feel like they shouldn't. I feel like if you want everybody to be equal, you shouldn't expect. You feel me? You shouldn't expect.
But isn't that what's happening in society right now?
That is what's happening.
Correct.
You're definitely right. That is.
I think power corrupts.
I was just thinking, like how I was saying earlier about how we're providers and we provide and we provide and we provide. A lot of the reason that most men are just like, okay, what the fuck ever, you do you, is because the whipped cuck ass simps are just so dead set on feminism. I'm a male feminist. Yeah, women rule the world. Men ain't shit. Men are oppressors. Men are just terrible garbage cans that don't deserve nothing, and they need to rot in a cell. And just like, it's the most outlandish shit you could fucking say that these motherfuckers say about males. Like, they ain't one. Like, you're a male too, you dumb fuck. But with all that fucking said, the male feminists are the ones that drive this shit the fucking most. And they're the ones that are always single, which blows my mind. Like, bro, what are you not catching on to? That bitches don't want you to do this. Like, yes, you're standing up for women. You're doing what is biologically in you. You are protecting a woman. Good for you. But you're really not. You're making these motherfuckers do more work. It all sounds good at first, you know? It all sounds good to be like, women need rights, women this and women that. Yes, back in the 70s and 80s. Nowadays, what the fuck are y'all fighting for? What are you male feminists doing? Other than just being cuck-ass boys. You're not doing anything. You're just fucking male feminist. Yeah, I love females. Yeah. They aren't fucking feminists, man. They're thirsty as fuck. They're just trying to get some attention, and I feel it. It's a hard market out here. But you ain't doing it right, my guy. You ain't doing it right.
And absolute power corrupts absolutely. I don't know if the roles were reversed that it would have any different outcome or current result than we have now. That's just the nature of power and authority.
Why don't they build a female-only civilization on an island or a female-only Fortune 500 company and show the world how it's done?
I just think this question is really funny because you sound a lot like, if you know the Fresh and Fit podcast, just similar argument that I was on that podcast. A girl had a similar argument. Like, there's women that most women don't know how to do male jobs. Like, they wouldn't be able to start a civilization by themselves.
Sorry.
The very few women who would have
respect her, man. I love that's all that we want. That's all we want. Just some some common sense, really. That's really all that it is. Just something that should just be ingrained in our brains without us even having to think about it. It is so easy to understand. And that's all that we really want as men. We just want these women to just give us props where props are due. You want to do this and that's what the fuck ever. But don't pretend like the world doesn't need men, and don't pretend that the patriarchal society is what made this world so terrible when we wouldn't even have this world without it. It's like such a spit in the face to all our forefathers who've done countless innovations and creations and businesses and every single thing to put us where the fuck we are in this world. And yes, there was a lot of ups and downs and some terrible things we did and some great things we did, but we are here now. We can't get mad about the past, so we can't get mad about something that we can't change. But yes, I appreciate her so much for just being honest about that shit, and it's kind of cool that she was on Fresh and Fit. Yeah, I'm gonna end that there. A little bit left of the video. If y'all want to see the rest of it, part 3 to this, let me know. Please like, comment, and give your boy a subscription. Y'all got me 25 subscribers last night, man. That is fucking insane. I am insanely grateful for that, man. But yeah, I appreciate y'all, and deuces.
I've been out of my mind lately. I don't need nobody. I've been on my grind, baby, trying to stack my dollars. She been blowing my line lately. Red button declining. Baby pressing my line.